this is a more detailed walkthrough of the Library Foundation's grant process. You can find the link on the Public Library SharePoint Hub. We have a page right here. The link can be found right here. Most of this information should be pretty straightforward, but just to demystify the process, we will walk through each of these. So your project title should just briefly tell us what your proposal is. That can be, if you're proposing a collection enhancement, it could just be History Department collection enhancement. If you're doing a teen writing workshop, it could be, Central Teen Writing Group, for example. Here, you will give us how much you're asking for in total. You're requesting agency or department, so whatever agency or department this program will be coming through. The applicant names, you can put more than one name here if there are multiple applicants. You can put the applicant emails here. Importantly, the email submissions and all communications will come to this applicant and this supervisor email. So those are the two emails that communications will come directly to. So keep that in mind. Put your direct supervisor or supervisors' names here and their emails if you have more than one. But again, keep in mind that this is the supervisor that will be approving this and will be receiving emails about this application. For your narrative description of your project, we want to know what your vision is. Tell us what you want this program or service to look like. Give us detail to understand what it is that you're going to do and why you want to do it. This is your opportunity to really paint a picture for us and for our grants committee. Your statement of need just needs to tell us how you know that this project is needed. Did patrons tell you that they wanted a project like this? Did you see an example of a project like this do well at another branch or elsewhere and it was needed in your branch? This is your opportunity to tell us why it's needed. The grants committee really takes this into account, so please make sure that you give us some detail here. The population served, it can be, many times it's all of these. Sometimes if it's, for example, a teen writing program again, it's just going to be teens. So you can choose as many of these as are applicable. If you choose other, it will give you an option to give more information here. For goals and objectives, just give us the goals that you have for your project and what steps you're going to take to meet those goals. Your goals can be how many people you want to serve with your program, or it can be how many books you're going to buy for the collection enhancement. So that is up to you. We just need to know what your goals for this project are. For metrics, we want to know how you're going to judge how you meet your goals. You might survey participants or just count how many participants there were. Just let us know how you're planning to keep track of how you're meeting these goals. You can put your timeline here. If you have one specific date for your program, great. Oftentimes people don't. You can put a range, or if you're not exactly sure when it will be taking place, give us an estimate of when it might be. It's okay if that changes. For strategic plan, this refers to the Memphis Public Library Strategic Plan, which can be found on the Memphis Public Library's website. You can also just Google Memphis public library's strategic plan, and it should be the first thing that pops up. It'll take you to this page, strategic plan for the library. Download the strategic plan here. It'll take you here. It's just easier to look at. If you scroll down to the third page, it says our priorities. There are a lot, and they cover many things. If you are applying for foundation funding, it is very likely that it easily fits under one of these categories. So just pick what you think fits best. We will only fund projects that serve the priorities of the public library. Oops. Library leadership approval. So somebody in a assistant director or director position needs to have approved this. So please don't submit it unless you've already talked to somebody. Right now, the designated director for this application process is Gay Kane. So this will be coming to her. You can put your budget description here, how much you're going to spend on different items or presenters, for example. If anything you're spending money on doesn't fit into any of these categories, you can put it here. And if you feel like any of these need more detail, feel free to put it here. That's optional. Please make sure that however much you're putting here, the total amount matches the amount you're requesting from the foundation up here. That's very important. You also have the option to upload documents. That can be anything from pictures or testimonials from past programs. It can be an invoice from a presenter, for example, to show that you've gotten quotes and you know how much it's going to cost. After all of that, you will submit your form. You will get an email from the submission process that says your application has been submitted. This will come to the applicant email 1 and supervisor email 1 that you put in your application. It will give you all of the details from your application, so you have a copy of that. After that, the supervisor who you put as supervisor email 1 will be asked to approve this. So please make sure that you've talked to them. They're expecting this to come to them. After they have approved it, it will go to Gay Kane for leadership approval. And if she approves it, you will get an email that says your application for funding has moved to the final steps of approval. That means it is going to the foundation's grants committee. They will meet to review all applications, and shortly thereafter, we will let you know their decisions and next steps if you've been approved for funding. You will also get another copy of your application.